there, and welcome to Deep Waters. Tonight, or today, depends on when you're watching, we're doing a cozy night reading. And I'm gonna shuffle on camera. We're gonna have the help of the mushrooms. I'm gonna see how many decks, how many piles we'll have for the reading today. Just a quick check-in. We have 4. Okay, let's do it. So you can now choose intuitively which pile you feel drawn to, and then you'll find your reading inside on the video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first one. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I'm gonna move them to this corner, and let's see what awaits you then. Pile 1, we have the Cordyceps essence. I'm going to read the meaning for you. Okay, so here we go. Cordyceps essence. It's edible and it's medicinal also. So cordyceps is a unique mushroom because it generally needs an insect as a host to fruit. It attacks the host, then replaces the tissue and sprouts from inside its body. The insect is sometimes referred to as a zombie host. The insect, as well as the fungi, have been used in Chinese medicine for centuries. There are many types of cordyceps, but the 2 main ones used for medicine are C. sinensis and C. militaris. C. sinensis comes from the high altitude of Tibet and has been extensively harvested, which has given rise to the question of its sustainability. C. militaris is used as a replacement and after extensive research is now able to be cultivated without the use of insects in a sustainable way. Cordyceps in Chinese medicine gently tones the kidney yang, fire and heat, builds the essence, tonifies the lungs and settles coughs. It is classed as sweet and warm, and because it tones both yin and yang, it's seen as a harmonious tonic. It is gentle in its actions and therefore can be used long term. From a Western perspective, cordyceps is widely known to help people perform better athletically. It is known to increase energy and help with lung conditions such as asthma. For this reason, it is becoming increasingly popular now in the West. So the card meaning: what do you need to excel? Do you need help from someone or something? Do you need that extra push to help you grow? It might be time to take what you need to give you the strength and stamina to get to where you need to be. Are you looking after yourself? Are you replacing the stores that you use, or are you burning yourself out? It's time to look inwards and ask yourself, what do I need? Do I need to be a bit selfish and put all my time and energy into me? There are lots of questions here. The other point this card might be making is that there may be someone or something that is sucking your energy from you. You may be the mushroom, or are you the insect in this case? Who or what is draining you of your energy so that you cannot grow to your full potential? Is someone else taking the limelight while you have done all the work, or vice versa? Cordyceps is asking you to find that inner strength and life force to help push you forward, to help you alive, to keep you alive and flourishing. Don't allow others to sponge from you and take your essence. Alternatively, find what you need from someone or something to help you succeed, but make sure it is done in a sustainable way so it doesn't have a negative impact on anyone. Look at the areas in your life where you can grow, find a project that can help you achieve this, and find a relationship that will help you find the results you seek. Okay, pile one. It seems to me, I had the feeling when I was reading, you might be having, a tiny flu or feeling a bit sick. It might be because of the season change, might be because you're maybe overworked, overworried. I have a feeling also. I think you could really benefit from some resting time. Even if you don't have a lot of time to rest, I would definitely take, consciously, with awareness, all of the free time you have throughout the day. Even if that means, just really randomly now that you have 5 minutes and you go to the toilet, but you have this privacy, and in these moments you can be with yourself, listen to yourself, maybe put a hand over your heart and another hand over your belly or your forehead, and just be with yourself and just really be present for a while and let your thoughts and your emotions come up. Hold yourself as you would maybe hold a child or a baby. I have the feeling you need yourself. And as this card was mentioning, maybe you might need a helping hand. It might be hard for you to ask for help. Or you might just be going through a period that is a bit confusing or overwhelming, or it's making you tired. I would really delegate any tasks that you might have. Anything that you can delegate, try to do that. Try to split the weight. Don't try to carry all of the weight alone. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It's very difficult to ask for help, to want help, to accept help. But I would look there. Try to be nice to yourself, to take some rest and align to who you are, what you need, what you want, and try to go in this direction. I feel called to take some tarot cards for you as clarification and advice. Oh, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming very fast. Oh, like these two wanted to come out. There are three. Let's see if they really want to. Yeah, I think they do. Okay, let's take them. There are three. We take them. Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles also, the Empress, and we got the Three of Cups. It seems to me that you got you got offered something that you were looking for or wanting. It might feel like a fresh opportunity. It might be an offer that will bring you more security, more clarity, more peace, more stability, I feel like. And with the Empress here, it does feel to me like you have a lot of influence in what you're getting. So I think this is also your creation. However, it does seem like you have been balancing maybe this new thing that came along now, maybe this offer or this new opportunity that you have now in your hands, with something that was previously before. there previously before. Oh my god, that was already there. Okay, so maybe something quite old, or that has been in your life for quite some time, and now with this thing that came along, it just seems like it's been heavy and it's been probably weighing you down. However, the reading does seem very, very positive to me, and I do see here the Three of Cups. So I also think that you have been able to celebrate your offers, your conquers, and your progress, and you have the help. I think you have people around you who would be available to help you, and I think even gladly. Maybe you have friends or family or colleagues that would actually like that. I want to see what comes out now from the Work Your Light deck. We got You're Already Doing It. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. And Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay, so it does seem to me that you're juggling a lot, you're doing a lot, and you're really managing a lot. At the same time, you know, you're doing it, you're right in what you're doing. I think you're doing it very good, and you should keep going, but maybe be aware or beware of people who are probably trying to take advantage of you, or of your position, or of your energy even, you know, because it seems to me like you're a person who has a very grounded energy. Maybe you have a lot of sacral energy. Maybe you're a generator if you are interested in human design, and that means that you have a lot of energy to give, especially if you're doing something that you love. But also if you're not, you still have energy. It's just that it will start burning you out. So be aware of how you feel. Try to connect to your sacral energy, to your gut, really. Like, your gut feeling is what is going to be your biggest help here. 1111, as I say that. And yeah, I would really take that into consideration. Feel your body, connect with your body through breathing, through, you know, breathing with one hand over the heart and another hand over the belly, and allow the body to help you connect to your intuition and choose your direction. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you, Pal 1, in this short, cozy night reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, I would love that if you leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. I do have my personal website where I offer private readings and other therapies, and I would love to see you there. If you have any suggestions or you'd like to leave me a message, I will also be very glad to read it and chat with you. Have a nice time. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. So let's see which card you got. Oh, you got the Shaggy Ink Cap Growth Destruction Cycle. I'm gonna read that for you. The Shaggy Ink Cap Growth Destruction Cycle. Caprinus comatus. It's an edible mushroom. When young, white, and fresh. The shaggy ink cap can be found in grasslands and open woodlands and has various stages of growth. Initially, it begins as a white egg shape, growing into a long bell. The pale brown area at the top breaks into large scales, and in dry weather, the whole cap will do this. The gills start off white and turn to pink and then black. Zygomatus will then deliquesce, that is, liquefy or self-decompose, from the bottom outside edge and work its way upwards. Within a few hours, just a stem of small disc will remain. The stem is hollow, and the stem ring will eventually become movable, often falling to the ground. Failing, whoa. falling to the ground. Maybe you feel like you're failing. Let's look into that. The shaggy ink cap is also a bioaccumulator of heavy metals, meaning it can clean up soil and restore its pH by drawing the heavy metals up into its fruiting body. The card meaning. Each stage of your growth has different meanings and properties. Prosperities. I'm having a lot of fun with my mistakes. I hope maybe you too, because it does seem like, prosperities is nice, right? Instead of properties. Just like the shaggy ink cap, you go through many stages over and over again. Oh, cycles. Just like the earth has its seasons, every cycle has a purpose and needs to be worked with, not against. At what stage of your evolutionary growth are you? Can you recognize if it's a growth or destructive cycle? The shaggy ink cap has both, and both are necessary. When you look at a destructive cycle within yourself, do you try to push it away because you think it is bad? Or do you try to learn from it because it is a necessary part of growing up or learning a lesson? Not everything is bad when it is destructive, and not everything that is growth is a good thing. When something grows or is destroyed, it must be a sustainable process, or there is no balance. What can you keep in check before it grows out of control? The key here is about finding balance within both the destructive and growth cycles. Remember that not everything destructive is bad, and not everything that grows is good, and vice versa. Everything has its place and purpose. Our job is to learn and grow from everything and everyone in our lives. What can you learn from this experience? A special card indeed, with many questions to ponder. Wow, okay, pile 2. It does seem like I have a feeling you're a bit maybe angry at your cycles, or feeling a bit bored, or just really annoyed by the fact that you're going through all these cycles, and it seems that there's no point, or you just see yourself going through the same things over and over again, while they actually have a sense and a purpose, of course. But I think, especially if you take something out of them, if you learn something from them. But however, in any case, a cycle is never, it might repeat itself, but it will never mean that the same thing, the same exact thing is happening all over again. It is, in a way, happening in layers. So the cycles will bring change to different layers. It might seem like the same process to you, but it is not quite the same process. It has the same phases and characteristics, but things are changing and you're learning from that. So try to be patient with yourself, and also to be kind with your analysis. I want to get some more information from the tarot cards. Help for pile 2. Pile 2's situation. Oh, we have some cards here wanting to fall. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay. So it's funny. What I heard was like, I want to break free by Queen. One love, Freddie Mercury, by the way. But yeah, it's just this feeling of I want to break free. Is like you're really wanting to leave these cycles behind. And yeah, I can fully understand you, really. I think, some things we can change. Other things, unfortunately, we cannot. But we can always change how we react to them. And we can also try to find our way to a different lifestyle or a different life form, if that's what we want, so we can start building towards that. Maybe we cannot change it super quickly, but also maybe we can. Sometimes we do, when, like with the Fool, when we take a leap of faith and we do something that a lot of people would call, crazy, or something that was not so well planned or not planned at all, but you just feel like it's right and you just do it, right? However, I do hear also that this you want to break free, and there's nothing wrong about that. I think that is very good. However, I have to tell you that there is something in these cycles that keep repeating in your life, or that you feel like you're stuck in. There's something in these cycles that is trying to communicate to you. There is a message there. And I also don't think that you're so far away from seeing or understanding or getting the message. I think it's more of a, sorry about the phrasing, but it's what I'm hearing, not lying to yourself. Not lying to yourself, and really naming things as they are, like really as hard as they can be, as harsh it might sound, or to take responsibility for what you're going through in these cycles. And if you feel like, if this is not you, and if you feel like you're being punished by the cycles, then I invite you to be very, very brave and try to be creative and try to daydream about the life you would like to have without these cycles and without this weight. Yeah, I feel called to take now some cards from the Work Your Light oracle. Let's see what there's there for you. Whoa, okay, we have 2 cards. Let's see what you got here. Let's organize a bit. So you got the Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? And Star Seed. My God, what lights you up? So my dear pile 2s, it seems to me that you would love to follow something, you'd love to try something, and you're not really doing it. Or maybe you've been scared of doing it, or maybe you kind of half doing it, something like that. Also, I can't help but notice how these cards are so similar. There's always water in all of them, and someone contemplating the water. But while the Fool is the one who really takes the step into the unknown, right, into the new, these girls seem to be just in the contemplative position, let's say. So I think what is missing here is a bit of action. I think that's the advice here for you today, is take some action towards what your soul is really calling you to do and what really lights you up. Answer the call. I think you probably know what I'm talking about. You probably have these feelings of like, this feels right, but maybe you're scared, or there's maybe other obstacles. I'm not saying it's an easy situation for you at all, but I think that on the other side of these struggles and of these challenges, there is a beautiful, beautiful life waiting for you. Yeah. I think those are all my messages for you, Pal 2. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a nice time. And thank you so much for watching the reading. I would love if you could support my channel and support me by leaving a like, a comment, subscribing, whatever you like really. I do also have a personal website where you can find my services. There's readings and other therapies. It would be lovely to meet you there. I'm also open to getting your suggestions for other videos, and for, of course, if you want to write me and chat, I'm also open for that. I'd be very happy to. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hey there, Paltry. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what you got. So you got moral, restore. I'm going to read this card for you. You got number 12. Maybe that's significant for you. So here we go. Moral, restore. Morchella esculenta. It's an edible. So far, all of the mushrooms that came across this reading are edible. Interesting. The morel mushroom is highly prized for its unique savory flavor and known for its unusual sponge-like shape. It is usually found in abundance around the base of hardwood trees such as oak, elm, ash, and aspen. There are many different types of morels, and only some have been able to be cultivated, making the forage once a rarity. Esculenta must always be eaten cooked, or it may cause stomach upset. It is one of the highest sources of vitamin D of the edible mushrooms, with shiitake being the highest when dried under specific light conditions. It is completely hollow from the base to the tip inside, which distinguishes it from poisonous lookalikes. In Chinese medicine, it is highly prized for its tonic qualities and is often made into nourishing soups. Now for the card meaning. Drawing the morel could mean that it's time to restore and build yourself up from the inside. Have you become empty inside? Do you feel like something is missing from your life? Are you feeling completely drained and like you have given too much of yourself? It is time to enjoy the wonderful energy that morel brings. It's hard for people to see inside to understand if you are feeling weary, depleted, or depressed. It is a time to take matters into your own hands, look inwards, and work at restoring and building yourself up. Perceptions can be sometimes wrong. Don't underestimate what may be going on underneath someone's seemingly fine exterior. The intricacy of the exterior of the morel is the complete opposite to what is inside, so don't let your first impression fool you. Do what brings you joy. Eat and be merry. Exercise or sit under a tree in the sun. Create or take up a hobby that's always been on your list. The time is now, and only you know how to fill that void. It may also be someone you know or something that needs attention. Whatever the case may be, attend to their essential needs. These might not be obvious. Look deeper to understand what is missing and what can be gained, and how you can help. Reach out if you need to, because no one can see under the surface better than yourself. It's time to find nourishment. Wow, my pile number 3s. It seems to me like this is what I was hearing when as I was reading your card meaning. Is you're missing romanticism in your life. And I don't mean that purely in the sense of, romantic love or having a partner or whatever that might be for you. But I mean the enjoyment of the small things and also of the big things, of the things that really move you, of what you're passionate about, because it does seem like that has not been present so much in your life. I want to look into that. Let's see what the tarot has to tell us about your situation. Okay, we got quite some cards now. We got 4 cards. Okay, let's find some space. Okay, pile number 3. I do see a nice outcome from this situation. You seem to be contemplating different options for your life, for your situation, and it does seem like there's something on the move. So it's not like your situation doesn't seem so static to me. I think you're aware of what is going on and you're considering a lot of options, and there seems to be some kind of communication, or you seem to be listening to your own emotions, and even I have the feeling I need to say of your inspiration. This is the word that's coming to my mind. It's interesting because I would mostly go for intuition, but I think this is really inspiration. Maybe you've also felt like you were without inspiration, that you couldn't create or something. But you know, if you wouldn't have these contemplation phases, you also would probably not be able to create anymore, right? So whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is your situation, whatever your situation is right now, maybe this moment is more of a recharge moment, or a moment that is reminding you that you actually need a recharge sometimes. But I do see your passion there. I mean, we have once, twice here. And I would just like to point the fact that maybe you need to connect your inspiration, your desires, and your passion with your emotions, which maybe sounds a bit contradictory or obvious, even because of course passion is connected to emotions. But what I mean is that maybe you've been in a place where you feel very how do you say that, determined, and you're very focused in your success, but almost in a way that I'm not gonna say like a machine or anything like that, but I think you've been trying to detach yourself emotionally from what you do, or from what you desire. And actually, if you would invest yourself a bit emotionally there, then you would have more energy flowing in this direction, and you would be acting as a whole piece, you know, as a whole human being. Like, you cannot discard your emotional side. That's what I'm hearing. But I do see you regaining this power, this responsibility for your own wishes and desires, for your passion. And you do have the strength to take on this adventure, I feel like saying. I also see there's like this warm colors, well, almost red, here, 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 a bit less. But yeah, I would use this very fiery energy that you have. Maybe you have a lot of fire placements in your chart, but I would use this fiery energy to connect also, and help maybe heal some emotional wounds that you might have. And I'll actually invest yourself as a whole, as a human being. Maybe your work would benefit from your own emotions, whether you do something artistic or not. Maybe in your work, in your job, or in your academic situation, or family situation, or relationship, it doesn't matter. What your case is, whatever your situation is, it would benefit from honesty about your own emotions and needs. I'm gonna say that like that too. Okay, we're gonna take some oracle cards. That was quick. And we have a second one. Very direct. Okay, so dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Yeah, nice. and the inner temple, devotion, and tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, this to me really makes sense with this passion and with the emotions. Because if you dance with life and if you try to change your energy, it's not to change who you are, it's just more of a, imagine you're in a kind of in a low phase and you want to shake your energy up a little bit. Maybe literally dancing would help you. I mean, I speak for myself, dancing helps me a lot. And it really shifts your energy. It can really wake up certain parts of you and make you want to be more active, or also please respect your cycles of resting and being active. But what I mean is, also don't do it just because you want to be more productive or something, but really connect to the portal of your heart. Like, connect with your truth, with your essence, with your gut feeling, and devotion. Maybe you can take some time for meditation, or some sort of spiritual practice that you have for yourself, whether that is praying or meditating or walking or listening to music or painting or whatever it is for you, or whatever it means, even if it's a beautiful practice such as contemplating a tree or a river, nature in general. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. I think this is all I had to say to you today. I would really love if you could leave your support as a like, comment, or subscribe. I also have my personal website where you find this service and other therapies that I offer. I also would love if you have any suggestions or if you want to chat. I'm always happy and open to it. And yeah, I wish you a great time. Hope you're doing well and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi there, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see which mushroom you got. Oh, you got the blue pinko. Rarity. Nice. I'm gonna read the meaning of the card to you. Oh. Okay. So, blue pinko. Rarity. Entoloma hosteteri. It's inedible, it's poisonous. It's the only poisonous one that showed up in the reading today. Featuring on the New Zealand $50 note is the blue pinko, a small blue mushroom native to the country. It can be found in forests throughout New Zealand, residing among the leaf litter of broadleaf or podocarp trees. With such distinctive cobalt blue, it is truly a sight to see. Blue in nature is a rare sight, and blue pigment even rarer. Plants don't normally exhibit blue in nature and generally have no blue pigment in them to create the blue color. The color is created by their structure, which reflects the blue light wave, giving the impression it is blue. Blue pinko, on the other hand, actually has 3 azulene pigments that make up its stunning color. Scientists are not sure why the mushroom needs to be blue, because generally everything has a reason. It seems this mushroom has chosen blue for a reason. We are yet to determine. It may be that the herbivores are not attracted to blue and therefore leave the mushrooms alone, but there may be other reasons. Now for the card meaning. Being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite, as seen in the blue pinko. Standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, but size doesn't equate to bigger and better. The simple act of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the largest scale. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you can still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding out. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to make you down, to take you down. You go unnoticed to some, but noticed by others. Blue has always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in a sea of the same? Stand tall and proud, and enjoy being something special. Nice. Have you been maybe feeling lonely socially, or do you have any Aquarius placements? Because honestly, same. um, yeah, you are rare, you are unique, and that's a good thing. And somehow, oh, we already got a card. I'm not surprised. Yeah, somehow it seems like you're a bit ashamed of that, or even sad. Sorry, the cards keep coming out. Yeah, it's just you are allowed to be who you are, and it is not a shame to be who you are. I also don't fully think that you are sad about being different, but I think it's more of this feeling of the fact that you're different makes you happy, but it doesn't bring you the people, like your tribe. Somehow I think you're feeling a bit lonely, or maybe that you just feel like you can have, you know, one friend but not more, or when you're in groups that it feels very hard for you to integrate, or you're probably the silent one or something. I don't know. But I find it super funny that we got the Fool, because it's really this jump from a sad energy to an energy of owning it. That's what I'm hearing. And I find it so funny. I'm laughing because look at his outfit and at his outfit. It's like this one, you know, wearing black, probably trying to not be noticed. Been there, done that, right? But and then the Fool has this super, okay, a bit extravagant outfit, and also his body posture is simply open and a bit careless, right? In a good sense. And I just find it so funny. I keep hearing that, just own it, own it. Because that's also the thing, you know, sometimes when we're trying to fit in or trying to please other people because we want to fit in, or, you know, we want friends, or, you know, maybe you feel lonely, or you feel like something is missing, and therefore you try to be something that you're not, or you try to make yourself smaller because, yeah, that's probably easier and people won't accept me anyway, so blah blah. While maybe if you would just, you know, try something else, try the opposite. I don't know, like if this isn't working, to try the opposite probably would yeah, be nicer. Just as a suggestion, but yeah, it does. I keep listening to that, hearing that. Own it. I like that, because then, you know, when you stop pretending, you stop making yourself small, and you start being who you are, then people can see you for who you are, and then they can decide if they like that or not. So probably you're even gonna attract someone who is more connected to you, or will actually have more depth, or be interested in having a friendship with you, or any kind of relationship or partnership with you, because you've shown your true self without hiding who you are. Yeah. Let's see which cards we get for you from the Work Your Light oracle. We got 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. So your first card is birthing a new age, birthing new creations dreaming a new world into being. And then we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And the initiation, rite of passage, and crossing the threshold. Yeah, okay. It seems to me like you're being a bit pushed by life. Life is like, you know, this thing that you don't like, or this thing you've been avoiding. Yeah, we're gonna need to look at that. You're gonna need to face it. That's very good. I know it's tiring and it's yeah, also a bit annoying. I know, but what is on the other side is so worth it, as you can see. With birthing a new age and birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into being, I was really thinking maybe this is you dreaming about the self you want to be around other people, or to just put out in the world, you know, like living without these made up rules you have in your mind, or that maybe your family has put on you, or society has put on you. Just calling this BS off, you know, and just doing your own thing. Because I don't think your intention is to harm anyone, right? You won't harm anyone for being yourself. And we need you to be yourself. This is a huge puzzle. We need you to be yourself. It is a gift. Imagine if everyone would be themselves, in a positive way, of course. I mean, also in an integrated way. Like, everyone has a shadow, obviously, but I mean, if everyone would be their own selves and express themselves and not be violent or aggressive, and would respect others' individuality and essence, how great would that be, right? And I do feel like you have this niggling feeling, so something is in there boiling inside of you. You feel it, but this is a rite of passage. You're being initiated, you're being forced to walk through this threshold. You need to cross this door, this entryway, and on the other side you will find a way more authentic life for yourself. Yeah, this feels right. I hope it also resonated with you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate if you could support my channel and me by liking, commenting, or subscribing. That would be wonderful. I do have a personal website where I offer tarot readings and other services and therapies. You can take a look at that if you like. I'm also very happy if you have any suggestions for videos or for the channel. And if you want to chat, you can just write me. I'm happy to talk to you. And yeah, I hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye!